His name was Robert LaFleur.
And he was high.
He was the governor of Wisconsin.
And then he got high.
His name was so messed up.
And he knew why.
Why, man?
Yeah, A. Because they weren't high.
Because
Because they weren't high. Because they weren't high.
He wanted good for his peeps.
So he got high.
He could have been greedy, and he could have laughed.
Then he got high.
He called out the bads.
And they knew why.
Why, man?
Because they weren't high. Because they weren't high. Because they weren't high.
He helped the people that worked.
Because they were high.
Called many others to help.
They all were high.
Now the money flows is so fly.
Yeah, A. Because they got high. Because they got high. Because they got high. Do we actually have to explain stuff?
Most importantly, yeah. So we could.
Okay, well,
learn from
His
this.
name was Robert LaFleur.
yeah,
Wait. So this is state reforms.
yeah. It's
State reform.
Wisconsin reform governor. Well, first of all, we put his name because it's kind of about him.
And then we put what he was trying to do. Or
Yeah.
well, what he was.
Yeah, well, we put who he was and what he did that made him important. So he was the governor of Wisconsin. His name was Robert M. LaFleur. And he basically just became governor, and his state was so messed up. He said that because when he was governor, he didn't like what was happening. So he wanted good for the people. So he made a bunch of reforms. That's where he wanted good for his peeps. He could have been greedy and he could have laughed came from, because he could have just sat there and raked in the dough being governor. Douchebag about it.
And then he called out the people that were doing bad, which his line called out the bads.
Yeah.
And then he helped the people that work, like instead of just saying, oh, you work, I'm not going to help you, he still helped them out because they were actually doing something important.
And he really boosted the economy with all of his reforms, which is where now the money flow is so fly came from. Huh? That's not the copy with all the explanations on it.
Oh, that's the one you emailed to me.
Yeah, he emailed the